Good morning. This wall here, the brick wall that you hit when you're trying to make progress with your life, your business, your change, personal development, your strategies for life. What happens? What happens? Why do you hit this brick wall? You know the one I mean, the one where everything is going really well. Think about dieting. Dieting is the main one, and it's one for me, absolutely, that I have a problem with. Think about the fact that you're doing really well and you're losing loads of weight and you're eating all the food you're supposed to, and then all of a sudden you go into a binge cycle. And it can be the same with anything. It could be your business. You're doing really well and then you decide not to follow up the leads, or you decide not to carry on posting on your social media, and you decide to change all the things that have been working for you. Self-sabotage, we call it, don't we? We can call it whatever you like, but you hit a wall. It's like you hit a block. Something somewhere isn't right. And then what happens is your mind gets involved, and your mind says, what happened? You thought you'd got this sussed. You thought you'd fixed this. Why are you going backwards? Oh no, you're completely broken. You thought you were doing okay, and now you're not. And then you start to sabotage yourself even more, because then you're punishing yourself for not making the progress and then going backwards. So I launched my 7-day free mindset reset on beliefs last night. We had a welcome meeting and we went through everybody that was in the group. There's 227 people registered for it, and we went through the people that were on the Zoom call to understand what their limiting beliefs were, what it was they wanted to get rid of. And there was lots and lots of similarities, as you can imagine, because we're all really essentially going through the same shit. It's true. Just different reasons, different backgrounds, different beliefs that we've created way back when, but they're all having the same impact. Keeping you stuck, keeping you blocked, keeping you hating on yourself, keeping you with the self-sabotage talk or the self-sabotage behaviours. Oh, I know I should do this, but what I'm going to do is this. So if you've got this sort of stuff going on, you're not too late. You can still join the programme. It's completely free. I only run this program, specific 7-day program, once a year. So if you don't do it this year, you'll have to wait till August next year. And that's a long time to keep hold of beliefs. And quite frankly, haven't you kept hold of them for long enough? How long have you had some of your patterns of behaviour? How long? Years. I can tell you that. Years. Years and years and years of the same bad pattern repeat, we call it. Isn't it time you kind of got rid of it? Yeah, a few of you liking things. Isn't it time you thought, do you know what, I'm not doing it like this anymore. I'm going to change the way I do it. Now, it may be that you change the way you do it, but you don't do it right. In which case, at least you found another way that it didn't work for you, rather than carrying on with the same old ways that you know don't work for you. At least if you try a different way, you might get a different result that's more positive, more impactful, more empowering for you. So whatever it is that's going on in your world at the moment, I can guarantee, if you're watching this video anyway, then you're in my community and you want to better yourself. And I don't mean you're broken. This isn't about fixing yourself, although, you know, there may be some parts of you believe need fixing or are unfixable. That's the biggest belief and crock of shit I ever hear, quite frankly. I hear people say, oh, Vivian, I've got so many issues, I don't know where to start, I'm unfixable, I don't know where you would begin. And actually, quite a lot of the stuff is very simple for me, because I've been doing this for many, many years, and I know the mindset inside out. So yeah, so if you've got that belief, you need to come and sort that one out for a start. Kind of beliefs we're doing are things of imposter syndrome. We can kind of round that up. The not good enough, financial beliefs, everything you could imagine. Why would people listen to me? Lots and lots of different beliefs. So why do we hit this brick wall? So what happens is the unconscious mind, its job is to keep you safe, not successful, not happy, not contented, safe. And safe is a very different thing. I want you to think about what safe means for you. Just take a moment now to think about the word safe. How does it feel for you? Do you have it? How do you feel if you don't have safety? I know if I don't feel safe, I tend to react rather than respond. If I don't feel safe, I tend to make decisions from what I call a red space, which is that kind of fear space. If I don't feel safe, there's all sorts of things. It's like if I don't feel safe in one area of my life, I start to think maybe I'm not safe in others, because we tar everything with the same brush. In NLP, of which I'm a master and a trainer, we call that... the way that you do one thing is the way you do everything. It's what they call a presupposition. So we kind of map that behaviour, that kind of process, that program across from one part of our brain and life to another. So maybe you're doing that. So maybe if you've got a relationship problem, you then start to think you maybe have got relationship problems in all your relationships. Have you ever had this where you've fallen out with a friend and then before you know it, you're starting to think, oh gosh, maybe that person doesn't really like me, or that person didn't want me at their house, all kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of picking out some behaviours that you might recognise in yourself. The reason that you're hitting brick walls is that you have laid down a belief system that your unconscious mind knows is safe and that you can cope. Have you ever hear yourself say you're overwhelmed and you can't cope? That means your brain is saying, we knew over here was safe with all this stuff, but now you're going to a whole new level and it isn't safe. It doesn't feel safe. We don't know how we're going to cope with this. And until you then stretch yourself, and I don't mean go massively crazy, but stretch yourself so you've got a new level of safe, you won't ever shift. You just won't shift. And you can maybe read some books. You can read my book, most definitely, that'll help you shift. You can try new learnings, but what has to happen is you need to reset your mindset so that it understands the new level of safe. And that's why I call it a mindset reset. Because what is the new level of safe? You've probably never even thought about it that way. You've probably never considered how else you can serve safety. Safety is the number one for everybody. Everybody needs to feel safe. Your unconscious, his job is to keep you alive. Therefore, you need to feel safe. So, not successful, by the way. That's why I reprogram the mindset for business as to success and not just to safety. We have to feel safe, and once we can do that, we can move forward to feel success. So, I hope this has been useful this morning. What happens is this wall here, that's your factory reset. That's your safety map. So what happens is you'll take a few steps towards it, and I do it with dieting, and those that know me and see me in my own Facebook groups, I've got one called Diary of a Desperate Dieter, where actually it feels so desperate when you're in that pattern repeat, that bad self-sabotage, procrastination, whatever you want to call it. All of these are patterns of keeping yourself with your back against the wall so it's nice and safe. So how can you escape that? Well, you need to find a different safe. You see, I could just turn around and have a new safe, a new space. Better lighting actually this way. Oh, how does it feel to be this way round? How does it feel to be facing in this direction? And if I can program my mind to know that I'll cope with whatever happens from this direction, I won't need to go backwards into my factory reset. Anyway, this is me, Vivian Joy, having a chat to you on a Monday about your mindset. If you've got any questions or queries, or you want to join the program, I'll drop the link underneath. You're not too late. I can get the video out. The day one video went out at 7 o'clock this morning, and you can join us on the 7-day free mindset reset for beliefs. Look forward to seeing you. Oh, and if you need to talk to me about anything, just give me a shout. You know where I am.